guys? Welcome back, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy XIV starter decks from Opus VIII. Give you a nice little break from the box openings that I've been spamming you with. So the FF7 one highlights Tifa, the FF14 one highlights Lyse or Lyse. I'm not really sure. I hope it's Lyse because Lyse is kind of not a great name. But as usual, these things will probably have like instructions for the game. They're 50 card pre-constructed decks, so every single one of these has the exact same cards inside. But the real thing to note about these for collectors is that they're the only way to get the non-foil versions of the starter cards. Now the foil versions you can pull from the regular booster boxes, but the non-foil ones only come from these, which is kind of annoying for people who like to collect full foil and non-foil sets. It basically forces you to buy these or to buy the singles off TCG Player. Interesting. This one has the little tab still in there and this one doesn't. So without further ado, let's open these up. And hopefully I do a better job opening them than I did the Heroes and Villains ones. They always come like really tightly packed. So here we go. The instruction guide is like in the back there. I'm going to go through that one really quick because you've seen that already. Every single starter deck has them. And maybe we'll start with the Lyse one first. So there's a little bit of tape here. And then the back pops right off. I think these come with like these crappy looking play mats. Yep. So you can play on these, but just buy a real play mat, guys. And I'm assuming this is the rule instruction. You've seen all this before. Yep, more rules. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I know you guys just want to see the cards mostly. So why don't we take this out? Actually, I'll just take this out too, just so that we can go bang bang with opening these. This one's actually taped a little tighter. All right. Pop this bad boy out. Alright, so for my Heroes and Villains one, someone told me that there's a tab somewhere when they watched me fumbling around like an idiot. Is it this? I can't tell, it's so hard to see. Oh, is it this? Where is it? Am I crazy? I mean, I think it's this, but it's like stuck in there. God, these starter decks are really my bane, huh? Alright, that works. So we'll take that off. Take the top part of it off. And the funny thing about these is they're usually like stuck together. This one's actually not so bad. It actually came apart pretty easily. But anyways, let's look at our starters. 139S is Lyse. Get a full playset of those. Hien is our next one. Another full playset. Gotetsu. Full playset. And then it looks like those are the only starters. Actually, no, sometimes they put them near the middle or the end, so there might be a few more. I forget how many starters there are, but it's definitely more than 6, so I'm assuming that there's a few more in here. Ooh, Opus 1. And one thing I want to note is this thing, you could almost consider this an errata, because if you guys remember before Opus 4, I think, this category thing used to be right on this bar in like a circular thing, and now it's like a weird rectangle format right on top. So you can have a, not even Wave 1, but Wave 2 Evoker that does not look like this card. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're valuable, but from a collector standpoint, it does mean that they're different. Bahamut. And I'm not sure if these starter decks are really that good in actual play. Oh, there we go, more starters. For Dola, so that's our 4th starter playset. Yugiri, 5th starter playset. And Thancred, whoop, camera, is our 6th starter. So I guess there's 12 stars. I'm assuming that's going to be the last one. Yep. And now we're back to the other cards that you've probably seen already in the past, because these are quite old at this point. Summoner. So again, I'm not sure how great these starter decks are in play. These starter decks almost never have legends with the exception of the Heroes and Villains set, which I think was one of the greatest starter decks ever made in any card game. I'll put this over here just so it's in camera view. That deck was freaking littered with legends, and I actually think it was kind of scary because of the way it kind of tanked the values of the cards that were in it. Like Genesis was actually a really, really popular and strong card, and because you could get them so easily from that Heroes and Villains set, it went from being like 20 bucks for a non-foil to like, I don't know, $5 almost like overnight. Like it really destroyed that card. Same with like VV and some of these other ones, because they really put a lot of legends in there. But I think the great thing about that was they really catered to the players this time, which is never a bad thing, so long as they don't do it excessively. So Tifa, compilation of Final Fantasy VII artwork, more like Advent Children artwork. Looks pretty sweet though. Oh, you only got, is it stuck? Yep, that's what I'm talking about. They get stuck. So playset of Tifas. This artwork I love. 1, 2, do you hear that? Wow. Wow. All right. 3 cloud starters, and that is not what I think of when I think of Barrett. It looks very different there, but Jesus. 1, 2, 3 Barretts. I'll never forget this card. Any wave 1 card with colon differences, I'm gonna, Jesus, wait a minute. Should I separate these first? Oh man, they really seal these things tight. All right, so we get 1 Vincent, rare, 2 WRO members, 2 WRO commanders, Jesus, Evoker, because it's like a WRO deck almost, Geomancer, ooh, Marlene from Opus VIII, we have 1,000,000 of those now, Titan, and more starters. This is what you guys want to see. Yuffie. All of them have that compilation of Final Fantasy VII badge. Red 8. So I need to check TCG Player again, but this seems to be decently valued for some reason. I guess it's a 3 cost, 7,000 power, but looks like he only really gets powerful when you have Yuffie on the board. And Godo, I'm not a fan of this artwork for a starter. I mean, compared to like this and this, but whatever. Godo is our 6th starter, so you get a play set of every single starter. Chocobo, we've seen that. Chocobos, Sid Highwind, the Opus VIII version. Aerith, Opus 1. Hear those crazy noises? These cards are so stuck together. White Mage, Chocomog, or Choco/Mog, and Alexander. So let me just take the starters out here, because I think we'll just do a quick run through of all the starters, because that's probably what you guys wanted to see out of this deck, not so much the reprint cards for the deck itself that you've probably seen 1,000,000 times. So let's take out the Lyse or Lyse cards. Where are the other starters back here? There we go. And Thancred. Keep them a little separated. So you get, there's 12 unique starters total. That means you get 12 times 3, 36 starter cards. So we have Tifa, Cloud, Barrett, Yuffie, Red 13, Godo, Lyse, Hien, Gosetsu, I kept calling Gotetsu, Fordola, and Yugiri, and finally Thancred. So anyways, that's the unboxing of the Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy XIV starter decks that were released next to Opus VIII. Hope that was a nice little break for you from all the Opus VIII unboxings I've been doing. And if you want to pick up one of these, I got these for about $12 each from Potomac. Online, they'll probably be anywhere from $15 to $20. Don't pay more than that. And if you just want the starters, just for collector purposes, Just buy them off TCG Player. If you want play sets, then it's probably more economical just to buy the decks themselves. Anyways, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a great day. See you later, guys.